Welcome to part 10 of the Inground build series. Today we are doing equipment pad, everything you need to know. Let's get into it. All right, you guys, welcome to how to plumb a swimming pool equipment pad. And this is everything you're going to need to know for this process. So, there's a lot of ways to do this. And this is how we do it here in the Midwest, in the Indiana area. I get comments all the time, guys from LA or Texas, whatever, say, you're not doing it right, or that's not how we would do it, that's not how I'd pass code. The reality of it is, for us, is we don't have any codes on equipment and the pool except for setbacks and inspections for the bonding. So it's pretty loose around here. So, but our goal is to make everything just seamless and run properly. All right, so let's jump into it. All right, so you see Jesus down here. We've got all the fittings on each, the pump, the filter, the heater. You guys, how the flow goes, wait till the end of the video. I'm going to kind of give you a little more detail live on this video. I'm doing a little voiceover here. But for now, the plan here is to just hook it all up and make sure everything is square, even, making sure you're using a good medium body set glue, something you can get at Home Depot, Lowe's, and your Menards. Actually, we just want to make sure everything's level. You see Jesus down here, he's a beast at the equipment pad, but we've got that T going in there, and that's going to connect to our suction, so everything is sucking in through the pump. All right, well, we've got a line for the skimmers, and we have a line for the drains. So we've got two skimmers on this project. If you guys watch the build series on this video, so this is not only going to be part of the build series, but if you guys are just looking for a video on plumbing and really understand how plumbing goes, this video is going to be perfect for you guys. Also, really quick, check out the mentor program below, guys. If you guys are looking for someone to train you in your business or start a new business, right? Or, and what I mean by existing business is if you are a custom home builder or a landscaper and you want to get into the pool industry, I am the guy for you, and I can help you guys, train you guys, mentor you guys. Also in business, if you guys are struggling, I can coach you guys as well. So check out the mentor program below. But what I'm using here are these beautiful union valves, and man, they're amazing. So they screw on both ends, so you can replace them later, and so you can take them apart and feed antifreeze down them. That's my favorite part about these. So these are Colonials. The brand is Colonial on these guys. So we love them. But to make a pad look the best, we do the best we can on where it's at in the pad and all that. We try to make sure we do a very good job making this square and making it really tight. So what he's doing, he's just adjusting, give himself some room. Jesus here. Again, we have all of the I guess it'd be called unions too. Everybody calls them unions. Everything's called unions, man. Well, I guess these are called ball valve, ball valves. These Colonials, right? And then the unions are what screw onto the pump and the filter and all that. So we've got it going from the top of the pump. That's our outlet. So we want to go up, and the reason why we want to go up is we want to give our pump a little bit of breathing room, so to speak. Helps with the flow. You don't want to just 90 right off of your pump, because it just wear and tears on it, so just keep that in mind. And then in the middle, that's our bonding defender, and that's what the inspector around here is going to be checking, and every area they should be checking this. That's got a copper anoid, anoid in what do you want to call it, zinc anoid or bonding anoid, whatever you want to call it, inside of that clear lid on top. And then you got the copper, and that'll connect to our copper wire that we ran through the slab back into the equipment pad. So we're just getting this laid out. There's no quote-unquote right or wrong here. It just all has to work together. But every pad is kind of a little bit different. So we just kind of take a little bit of time, adjust, figure out how we want to do this. Sometimes Jesus, you know, it depends on what he's doing, but a lot of time he just goes like level at the top and then 45s up, which I kind of like that idea a little bit better because it's straight. We got the homeowner there working on his panel. He's an electrician. Well, he's a lineman, but he's technically an electrician. But anyway, so he 45'd up, and then that way it keeps the pipe level, makes it look good. But each of these, depending on your system, everything is going to have an inlet and an outlet. So we went up on the top. That's our inlet on the filter, and then on the outlet at the bottom goes into the inlet of the heater. And then from the outlet of the heater, we put a check valve. There's already a check valve in the heater, but we always put an extra one just for added work when the heater, because if the heater doesn't need to be, you know, water doesn't need to be pushing back through, right? Once it's pushed through, it's done, right? It's good. It doesn't need to be flowing back and forth. It just needs to flow one way, pull one way, flow the other way. It doesn't need to be like going in reverse. And then this one has a salt system on it. It's supposed to be a saltwater pool. These are very expensive. I don't know if I'm a big fan of the salt system. I'll be honest. No, I'm not a big fan at all. You heard it here first, guys. I don't like them. There's more problem than they're worth. It's not a true like salt water like the ocean, you know. But hey, that's my opinion. And a lot of maintenance guys don't like them either, for good reason. But people love them, man. They've been sold on the idea. But if it's my customer, I tell them, you know, a tab feeder, call it a day. Again, you know, we're just finishing it up here. But while he's doing that, you look at the top of the filter. We had to just put that thermostat gauge, or that temperature, or gauge, not temperature, but gauge. Just put a little Teflon tape, about 3 rows, and then just tighten it on really nice. Maybe like a little wrench. Got to be very easy. It's so easy to crack all that stuff up there. It's all plastic. But making sure everything is tight, all of your unions on your pump, filter, heater, all tight before you're gluing everything. And then you guys can just see, this is such a simple system here. This is not complicated, super easy, you know, really, really easy, really DIY friendly here. I was watching a video on part 7. A guy was roasting me about how this isn't a true DIY series. I'm like, dude, what do you want on a DIY series? Some guy who's never done it before and he's going to show you how to do it and like he's DIY? No, a company who does this for a living is professionals, and they show you how it's done so you can do it. That is what DIY should be. All right, not some guy who's like done construction and he's going to show you how to do stuff. That's ridiculous, right? That's my opinion of it. Now, you know, it's cool and all DIY, and these guys may do it right. You know, I'm not saying every DIYer is no good, but again, that's kind of like the deal. So, man, that's just like wraps it up. The next thing is the power on this thing. So I'm going to show you guys the inlets and the power. Now, I always have an electrician hook it up for us, but we can, and that's what I advise for you guys. Just having, you know, you're going to need an electrician for some of this work. You could do it all yourself, but I just recommend you do it. And if you guys need help, again, if you need help, check the comments below. Get on an email with me, and we can either I can coach you or I can point you in the right direction. I'm always willing to help. But that wraps this thing up. I mean, that is 100%. It looks beautiful. I'm going to show you guys in real time, real quick here, in a couple of seconds, you know, the flow in and out. But again, check out the mentor program, guys. Thank you so much in this plumbing video. Comment below if you got any questions. Subscribe to the channel, and take it away, man. This is the equipment pad right here, really nice and clean. So we've got everything pulling and pushing. That's how I like to think of it. 2 skimmers and a drain. They all have their own union valves, and then, you know, we can shut those on and off if we need to. And then they all come into one, pull in from the pump. The pump's going to go up, over into our bonding defender, down. This gives us room for the pump to, you know, get some pressure and push up instead of like comes over. It's just not as hard on the pump. That's why we do that. And then we got our filter. You know, high horse inlet, outlet, nothing crazy. Put a little 45 here, 22.5. Just makes it a little bit easier. This is kind of the best way to do it with these heaters. Just one's up, right in, all the way in. Then we've got our check valve over here. We already had a check valve in here, but we do an extra one just for a little extra. why not? And then comes into our salt cell, and then back into our returns and our slide, or any other supply. If you got jets, water features, whatever, they'll all go into this one. So this is looking good. The homeowner's doing all the electrical. This is pretty straightforward electrical package. You know, everything comes in on this backside here. Okay, we've got little inlets underneath it here. It comes into and hooks in. Pretty simple. The heater, pretty straightforward, you know, as well. But you can always look at the instructions to do that. The bonding will go to here, this bonding lug, and then the bonding lug will go here as well. And then it'll go to this bonding defender, and then that's it. So this is the wire right here that we ran to the pool. This is all our concrete inside the concrete in the pool. So that's what's gonna do all that. He ran an extra one, you don't need to, per code here. This is grounded with the panel at the house, so that's why this doesn't go into the panel. That's, you know, we just want everything to look just super clean.